see. 1, 2.
This marquee race was renamed last year in honor of Murphy Roberts, a former Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club alpine athlete who passed away unexpectedly in 2016 at the young age of 22 years old. This year, the racers will be racing on Howelson Hill to one of the largest prize purses and award packages outside of the national championships. A partnership with the T2 Foundation has increased the total prize money to $9,000 and an inaugural Murphy Roberts Award that will be awarded for $1,000. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for ski racing under the lights. If you can't make it down to Howelson Hill, then you can listen here on the river at 100.5 FM in Steamboat Springs, or listen and watch online at steamboatradio.com and then click on the SSWSC Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic race icon. And now let's send it to Howelson Hill, to Chad Fleischer and John Nolting, who'll have the call of tonight's race.
Can they go? Go ahead.
Hey, welcome everybody to historic Howelson Hill. We've got a packed house tonight for the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic. I'm joined here by two-time Olympian Chad Fleischer, and we're excited to bring this race to you.
Well, John, what a night, huh? The weather is finally not snowing, which is not something we really like to talk about, but the last few years they've held this race, it has been snowing so hard you can't even see the racers outside the window. So perfect conditions, a lot of great racers, and we've got 4 Steamboat Winter Sports Club athletes in the top 30 here for the second run.
You bet, Chad. And we've got our first racer on course right now. We reversed the top 30 for the first run. This is Bryn Hitchcock from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club.
The one thing that makes Howelson Hill such an amazing hill is the steep pitch and also the ability for all of these people here tonight to watch the athletes almost all the way down the course. It comes at you quick every second. A gate is hitting you in the face. As you come down here towards the finish line, John, you got to carry speed across this flat and put up a great time.
You bet, and Bryn sets the pace. She's got a second run time here of 40. As we see our time come through, 45.56, so she sets the pace. She moved all the way up from the 80th start position to get into the flip, and a good start on that second run. Next up, we've got Erin Spence. She's racing from the eastern region, but she hails from Basalt, goes to school out east. Looks like good skiing up there, Chad.
Oh, it's great skiing right now at the top, carrying nice speed, coming down the fall line, not going 2 different directions. In ski racing, we're always looking at the athlete to make sure they're going down the hill versus crisscrossing. We call that rotation in this sport. And rotation on a hill this steep tends to spin out the tails and you lose a lot of speed. And she's having a great run here, carrying good speed across the finish line.
Erin was second fastest at that intermediate as she crosses the finish line. Erin's going to have a second run time of 45.41, so that moves her into the lead. We're packed in here tightly as Mariel Gorsuch from the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club makes her way onto the pitch.
And Gorsuch, one of those famous names from the Vail Gorsuch family. They've got Park City stores, Vail stores, Beaver Creek stores, and I believe this is Jeff Gorsuch's daughter. He's a former member of the men's alpine ski team as a former downhiller, so she's got the skills. And can she take advantage of this early start number, put it down the fall line, and cross the finish line with the 1 next to her name?
Fast racing in her jeans. This course has a flush right before the flats to try to give them speed as they cross the line. And Gorsuch, and she crosses into the lead with a 44.87. This course looks to be getting faster as Hannah Sorea, our first local Steamboat Winter Sports Club girl, bib number 52, is on course.
And this was a nice move. In slalom, it's a 2-run event, right, John? So these athletes are trying to set themselves up for a good start position on the second run so they can take advantage of a cleaner course, because remember, with every athlete, the course is getting a little bit more rutted out, a little rougher, which means it's going to get a little slower. And with this bib start that she has here on the second run, this would be a great result for her today.
Hannah smoked that intermediate time. Her pink shin guards and white suit just sparkling here under the night lights of Howelson Hill. A great spectacle. Come on out, and the Winter Sports Club racer by over a second, nearly 2 seconds, has taken the lead. Her combined time 1:28.70. That was a ripping run.
And, ski racing is about a couple things, right? Confidence, and then also the home hill advantage, just like the Broncos when they're playing at home down in Denver there. The crowd's rocking out here. You can hear it from the starting gate. And to put a run down like that is going to be tough to beat, because on a hill this short and this steep, this is a very tight race, so look for that run to hold for a while based on the skiing that she threw down this fall line.
And Ski and Snowboard Club Vail's Caitlin Harsh now making her way towards the bottom. She was second fastest at the intermediate. Daughter of Karen Kendall, a former U.S. ski teamer. Back in your days, Chad, and she's across the line. Is it enough to unseat Soria? And it's not. Third fastest second run is Caitlin Harsh moves into second position. We've got Elsie Halverson now, another Steamboat girl. She's wearing bib number 23, and she's on the top pitch.
A little puff of snow up there under the lights, so hopefully it didn't ruin her speed coming through that saddle. But look at this now, John. She is turning on the heat down this bottom pitch, taking a lot of chances. That's what you have to do when you make one mistake. You try and make up for it. Let's see what she's got down here.
She got a little sideways and made a little mistake right before a crazy hard delay, and that might have been okay because it checked her speed. She was able to fly through that section. She was second fastest at the intermediate, and hometown girl Elsie Halverson, she will move into second position just on Soria's heel. So it's Steamboat 1-2 right now.
That is pretty awesome. That is what you have to do. Clean course, home field advantage. And now let's see, as the racers coming down, remember, reverse 30. So every racer coming down the course now has a small advantage with every passing racer up until number 30. Number 30, of course, being number 1 after the first run.
And this girl right now, this is a girl that Steamboat should get to know, Allie Resnick. She's Snowboard Club Vail, but her family certainly has significance in the Steamboat area right now, as Allie had the fastest intermediate time, and she reaches across to trigger that finish line, and I think we've got a new leader. It's super close, and that is just enough to squeak by Hannah Soria into the lead for Allie Resnick. Sierra Ryder now on course up top, another Eastern racer.
And, John, such a close race here at Howelson Hill. If you have not found your way to Howelson Hill, please get out here. You've got a men's race going on after the women here. It is exciting. There's a lot of money on the line. Some of the best racers in the country, including U.S. ski team members and hometown hero Jet Seymour. So come on out.
Absolutely. Sierra Ryder with her blue shin guards reaching to cross that line, and Sierra has the fourth fastest second run. She'll move into fourth position at the moment. So we've still got two Steamboat girls on the podium, and second and third at the moment is Erin Smith from the Sun Valley Ski Education Foundation pushes out of the start.
And definitely getting a little bit slicker. Oh, and she skied out, John. I was just going to say it's starting to get a little bit slicker. Some spots up there you can see more puffs of snow, and what that tells you is when you see more snow flying, the athletes are coming in, possibly trying to cut off the line, or it's starting to shave off that sticky layer on top, getting down to the harder surface. And when that starts to happen, you know, it's inconsistent snow conditions, which the surface is great. However, there's a section here and a section there on a gate that you're not expecting it to be as slick as it is, and you try and cut off that line a little bit, and poof.
Everybody
out of the course.
Yeah, everybody here in Steamboat's been seeing that snowmaking gun up there at the top of Howelson pouring out snow for the last month. And right underneath that is the steepest part of this course. It's good and slick. I was up there earlier, and it's really going to test these girls. Charlotte Townsend, bib 21. She's out of the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club, and it looks like she had trouble before she even made it to that section. So 2 in a row, girls go down now, Chad. Wonder if it's getting a little tougher up there.
You know, it is, because they had to put some ice, they had to put some water up there, pack it down, which means after it gets skied off a little bit, the grippiness comes out of the snow, and you get down to that ice surface, and it's intimidating. I used to race here all the time, grew up training here for the most part, and John, you know as well as I do when we're training with our own kids that we're coaching here, you look out of that starting gate, it's a narrow little catwalk, and it's ice-filled, and it's like shadowed with lights. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to appreciate it from standing down here at the bottom, but for the racers racing under the lights here at Howelson Hill is really something special. And Isabel Torres right now racing for Williams College out east. She's got the second fastest intermediate so far, and she's making her way to the bottom. This looks like a good run from Isabel.
Well, and that was a good turn right there, carrying speed onto this bottom flat. It is so key to just rip it these last 4 or 5 gates, and she did that. That was nice skiing.
Second fastest on that run puts Isabel Torres into the lead with 11 racers down. So she'll see if that can hold on, and maybe these girls trying to get into the top 10. The top 3 are up for part of that $5,000 prize purse going out today. Right now, Yeah, we've got Catherine Irwin coming down now through the saddle. Catherine, a former U.S. ski team member, now racing for Ski and Snowboard Club Vail.
Well, there's two things we look for, John, when we're looking at the slalom event, which is, are the skis staying on the snow? That means you're not popping off. And when you're able to keep that snow contact, you can be quicker ski to ski. And she's had a couple mistakes here, but you could just see her ripping down across this flat. Nice job coming home.
Huge acceleration, it looked like, towards the bottom, but she was a little bit slower on that intermediate, and it's not enough to get into the top three right now. Catherine Irwin sitting in fourth place. Madison Ostergren, now racing out of Snowbird in Utah, has left the start, and she'll be coming into view here at the top shortly.
Well, if you're from Snowbird, you know there's not a lot of ice in that part of the country, but it is steep. So can she conquer? But up there, making some mistakes, you can see the puffs of snow, and the puffs of snow are the telltale sign that the athlete's getting a little too much pressure late and below the fall line, and that means you're going to be hooking. You want to see as minimal snow as possible fly off the ski or skis when you look up this hill here tonight. Oh,
yeah, and she gets a little bit late, but great recovery. She comes onto the flats, bashing gates, arms swinging everywhere. She tries to accelerate into the finish, and that'll put her through into the third position right now. We've still got Isabel Torres in the lead with Ali Resnick. She bumps out Hannah Soria from podium position at the moment. Now Juliette Gauthier has left the start. She's a Westminster College racer out of representing the country of France.
And she is ausgeskieden, as they say in German, and man, oh man, that steep up there is eating them up, John. There's a tough set in that undergate, and you got to make that adjustment. You know the coaches are on their radios now telling the remainder athletes, okay, heads up, guys, this is what we're looking for here. It's as inspected, but as you get one gate before this undergate, let's make sure we give it a little more room, give yourself enough time to cut through the ice on that section and line up the bottom part of this course.
All right, and here comes representing the Czech Republic and skiing for the University of Colorado Buffaloes, Andrea Arnold.
Oh, and she is discoing through that middle saddle section there. This is some nice skiing. You can see the pressure above the fall line just ripping down and through the gate. Very nice.
Yeah, definitely rock solid. Sometimes you wonder, is it fast? This is a difficult hill, and it's a fine line between holding on a little too much and really letting it go and taking that risk. And Andrea Arnold is through, and she takes the lead. We've got a new leader from the University of Colorado. Andrea Arnold set the new fastest time. Caroline Jones now from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, our next racer on the course.
What a difference. You could just see the athletes, you know, when they're hanging on a little too much, a little too hooky, you just see the speed not coming down and through the fall line as they make contact with the gate. And I think this is one of those runs, you know, maybe a little too much focus on crossing the finish line and trying to get a good point race. You know, solid technique, but I'm just not seeing the snap here. Let's see if she can pick it up across this bottom flat.
Caroline Jones, a young racer, one of her first years racing in FIS, and she's across the finish line. Caroline Jones will move into third position, so a solid run, but maybe not what she was looking for to make a little bigger move up the field. But here comes another girl who did make a big move. Ski and Snowboard Club Vail really packing them in here on this ladies' race. Chloe Braun wearing bib number 40. She moved all the way up into 14th position after that first run.
Well, Ski Club Vail has been known to let their women train with Michaela Schifrin when she's in town, and you can see rock solid technique, but I'm just not seeing the disco happening at the bottom of the turn there, moving edge to edge as quick as she needs to take the lead here. It's going to be close.
She was solid at the intermediate time. Here comes Cleo Braun through the finish, and she does take the lead, finding some speed there at the bottom by 0.8 of a second. She was our fastest U19 racer yesterday, so another good day for her, as Bella Wright, now racing for the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club, makes her way down into the saddle.
Man, oh man, there's some good skiing going out here tonight. You can just see these girls are charging down, just attacking this course, and that is not easy to do. You know, you can get mental up there in a hurry as you stare down this 300 vertical feet of fury, as we call it here at Howson Hill.
Yeah, and Bella, the former National Training Group athlete, skating, hustling, scratching, and clawing across the finish, and it's enough for Bella to take the lead. With a time of 1:26.52, the racers keep getting faster as we look up the hill for Emma Hall from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail.
Well, and Emma up there getting some nice, good high edge angles. You can just see in slalom these days, these athletes are getting so on edge so early with their ski and boot contact. It's almost like they're running giant slalom anymore, but they're going whop, whop, whop. I mean, every second they're just making a GS-type move with their angulation. It's beautiful to watch.
She was the fastest of that intermediate. Made an incredible move through that weird, strange delay up there in the middle of the lower pitch. And Emma Hall from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and she is lighting up the night here at Howelson Hill as she takes the lead by nearly a full second with the fastest second run. Her combined time 1:25.89, putting her in good position. Next up, we've got Julie Flomo Hagen. She races from Norway. She's now a University of Utah Ute.
And now we're going to start seeing some of the real heavy hitters coming down the hill, because these universities in America these days, they recruit internationally from all over the European countries. And these girls have been former World Cup skiers or World University Game winners and members. So you know they can go fast.
And Julie Flomo Hagen, fastest second run, and she moves into the lead just a little bit ahead of Emma Hall. And a great run for her. That should give her confidence going into NCAA championships. It'll be here on Howelson Hill, the slalom, on March 9th. Next up, we've got Sofia Novoselic from Croatia. She's racing for Westminster College.
Wow, and cutting off the line up there, really taking some chances. It tells you prize money's on the line, points are on the line, qualification potentially for Olympic spots in February. So she is ripping it. Is it going to be enough? Tight race here at Howelson Hill so far.
And Novoselic looked like no mistakes down there at the bottom. Was it enough? And Novoselic now has set the pace, and that was a blistering run. We're under the 125 barrier with that. Novoselic into the lead. Now we're down to the top 9 skiers from that first run. This one, a University of Colorado Buffalo from Norway. This is Tanja Healy Trulsrud.
Ooh, and a big mistake up there. You can see she's a little behind the course of 3 gates in a row. A lot of snow flying. Almost got tripped because she had to boot top that gate off. And when you boot top, the gate crosses over and slaps your tips out from under you and really makes your skis waver. So she's going to have to really pick up the pace these last 4 or 5 gates.
But Tonya was the fastest at the intermediate. We'll see if that cost her, and it may have, but not by much, because she skis into the lead by just 1/10 of a second. We've got a ripping race here, and here's another local girl from Australia. She's training with the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Katie Parker. Oh, and Katie just hanging on by a thread through that hairpin up there as she entered the steep. But if you're going to make a mistake, that's where you want to do it, right where the steepest part of the hill is. She's got to get ahead of this course and get back on track. This is really cool to watch her throw down. She was really getting after it in that section. Held up a little bit right before the flats, but gunning for the finish. Let's hope this is a good run. She was our junior race winner yesterday, and that puts her into the lead. 1:24.81 her combined time, and she nudges ahead of Tanja Trulsrud. As we look up the hill for another University of Colorado Buffalo skier from Norway, this is Nora Grieg Christensen.
And that is some nice skiing through the section that we've seen. A couple girls having troubles. They're on the hairpin entering this top steep. And look at that, just snapping them off all the way down. This looks fast to me, John.
Yeah, just that pressure above the gate, but not going too round. This looks really good and clean. Let's see if the University of Colorado Buffalo can take the lead as she crosses the line into that lead with a 1:23.92. A very good for Nora, good run for Nora, and she could be in the money. Here comes Julia Ford now from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. She's a former Olympian, now coaching for the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club and jumping into the race today, Chad.
Yeah, you got to love it when you're such a great skier that you can just jump in a race while you're coaching and end up in the top 5 here. So come on, let's see if you can throw it down. You know she's got experience on this hill, and look at that. Now she's getting a good rhythm on this course, really starting to generate some speed.
Just rock solid. I don't mean to demean her, but she's skiing like a coach there. Perfect technique. Is it fast, though? As Julia Ford comes through, she'd love to be in the money, and that's the second place after that run, just behind Nora Christensen for Julia Ford. Megan McJames now on course. Megan, been racing on the World Cup for a whole bunch of years, coming here to Howelson Hill looking for some prize money today, Chad.
Well, it's funny who comes out of the woodwork to try and get some dough, right, John? It's awesome to have all these U.S. ski team members or former U.S. ski team members, current U.S. ski team members, World University, World Championship members. I mean, there are some great skiers out here tonight. She's got to pick up the pace, so she had a big mistake up there, and you can tell it looks a little conservative to me.
Yeah, she's already scored some World Cup points this winter, if I'm not mistaken. And Megan McJames threw that line, and it is enough to take the lead. Megan McJames, fifth fastest after that first run. We'll see if she can hold on. 4 skiers left to beat here from Westminster College, representing Switzerland. This is Anne-Céline Brageau on course through the saddle.
Wow, and that was really impressive skiing from Megan McJames. She must have aced the top because down bottom, just looked to me like she wasn't going to be able to pull off the win. But now we've got our heavy hitters, and there's some snow flying. Got to be careful here. I've been wrong a couple times so far tonight, John. Is this going to do it or what?
And Celine, let's see. She's in her tuck as she crosses that finish line, trying to do whatever she can to get across the flats, and it's not enough. And Celine dropping into the 6th position from Westminster College as Rebecca Fiegel, now racing for the University of New Mexico. She's an Austrian racer, so we know she's got ski racing culture and ski racing in her blood. She's halfway down the pitch.
Well, the Austrians, once again, just the technique they have is so much alike. You look at Marcel Hirscher, who's the number 1 skier in the world and has been for the last 7 years. Very erect, very rigid torso, very strong foot-to-foot. Just beautiful skiers. They pump them out just like they do skis at a factory. It's just amazing how technically perfect these skiers are, and that was a nice run.
The University of New Mexico Lobos are happy to have her on the team this season, and she comes through in 4th position, so not quite enough to get into that podium spot. So things are getting interesting here, Chad. 2 racers left. Anne-Katrin Bruning, racing for the University of Utah. She's a German ski racer, and she's left the start.
Well, and she has confidence on this hill because she won here last year, John, in one of the races, and you know that when you have confidence, we talk about it in ski racing, confidence is king. You know how to put that ski on edge, put it in the little grooves everywhere on this hill, and rip it no matter what your balance point is on those skis. And wow, she's attacking this course on the bottom. Beautiful. And
just like every collegiate skier has to, making a great recovery to stay in. It's so important for these athletes to find the finish and score for their team. This isn't just for practice as they get into the NCAA season, but a great run from Anne-Katrin, but not quite enough to put her into the lead. So holding on to 3rd place still Julia Ford. Anne-Katrin Bruning into 4th position as our first run leader, Andrea Komsik from Croatia, racing for the University of Denver, makes her way down the pitch.
Well, she's a former 2013 World Championship team member, so you know that she can get it done out there. She also used to train with Janica and Ivica Kostelic, that were the Croatian sensations, brother, sister. And is this going to be enough? We've seen some good skiing, some great skiing from the girls winning so far, and I don't know.
That's good company. Megan McJames hoping and praying, and Andrea Komsik moving into 3rd position. So Megan McJames unofficially in the lead. And now as we move into the later skiers, Chad, where our next racer out of the start was the 31st fastest from the first run, so really not realistic for a skier back in the pack still to go to unseat our leaders.
Right. I mean, we're looking at 31st place coming down now. That's almost 5 seconds behind our fastest girl in that first run. But what a job. Megan McJames proving while she was one of the best on the women's U.S. ski team for so long, and then also Julia Ford. I mean, it's great to see some American blood and also some local blood right there in the top 5. Good skiing.
Absolutely. As Abigail Muir from Team Summit makes her way down the hill. Megan McJames looks like will be our Holiday Classic night race winner for the ladies. Nora Grieg Christensen from the University of Colorado, unofficially in 2nd position, and Andrea Komsik from Croatia, unofficially in 3rd. Julia Ford holding that unlucky 4th place position, with the prize money just going to the top 3, Chad. But a good race for her nonetheless, and we've got prize money on the line for tomorrow. Emma Hall sitting in 12th position, looks like unofficially our U19 champion, and she'll take home a $250 paycheck from today as well.
Well, that'll buy some donuts. That's what Tommy Moe used to say when we used to ski race together. He'd always talk about buying donuts when he'd win a race. So UC Health, the Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat Ski Area, the city of Steamboat Springs. Definitely want to throw a big shout out to all our sponsors that help make ski racing and great races like this possible here in our community.
Smartwool and of course Steamboat Radio broadcasting these races live here and on the radio here, 100.5 FM, The River. We're excited to bring the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic ski racing to you here at historic Howelson Hill. Kendra Hoyt just finishing from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. As we've got a brief course hold. Do some course repair up there. Course held up really well tonight for this level of ski racing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look up on the hill, there's barely even a groove, as we call barely even a dent in the surface, as we say in ski racing. You know, John, maybe this is a good time to prime our audience for what's coming up here with the men's second run. We've got some local heroes, and, you know, you know some of these guys even better than I do. We've got Jet Seymour, and what are some of the other names you're happy, you know, that are not only in the second run, didn't ski out, but also think have a good chance of winning the second run event?
Well, absolutely. We've got a U.S. ski team veteran, former runner-up on the World Cup. I don't think he ever found the top of the podium, but Nolan Casper, another one of those guys coming out of the woodworks here for some hoping for some prize money here at the Holiday Classic. He's our first-run leader on the men's side, but everybody is stacked up right behind him, and in fact, we've got 10 athletes within a second of Nolan for that second run. It's going to make things really exciting. And Steamboat's own Jet Seymour is right in the middle of that pack. So he's got some work to do, but sometimes that's just the right spot to be. We just saw it from Megan McJames making that move up from fifth place to take the win.
Right. You know, it's sometimes being in the hot seat or being the leader after the first run, the nerves can get the best of you. But when you know you got to pour on the juice, pull a little more speed out than being in the leader's position, makes you go a little bit faster. You know, it's kind of like beating that horse across the finish line to win the Kentucky Derby. You know, you got to do whatever it takes to win the race, and I think Jet's in the position to do just that.
Yeah, he's certainly capable. Another Steamboat boy just behind him, Tommy Anderson, just 0.04 of a second behind Jet and right in the thick of things. Nick Santinello now racing for the University of Denver. He's a Steamboat boy. He's in fourth position, just a little bit behind the leader. Runner-up Vigard Bugendal was a winner here last year, and he's in second position, just 1/10 of a second behind Nolan. So it's going to be really exciting when we get down to the wire.
All right. You know, and also for the audience out there, one thing these athletes are trying to do is a couple of things. Of course, they're trying to win a ski race, and they're trying to win some prize money. But more importantly, for some of the younger athletes out there, they're trying to gain points, and the points go towards world ranking. And a race like this is very unusual to have in North America. This is probably, if it's not the best point race you have the opportunity to get in this country, it's certainly top 3, and that's a big deal for these kids because generally speaking, when these young guys need to try and go and increase their world ranking, they have to travel to Europe just to get their points as low as this penalty is going to be here tonight. So, you know, this is looking like it's probably going to be, a top 35, 40 in the world penalty tonight, which is a pretty, I mean, that's darn near a World Cup. And the World Cups are like playing at the U.S. Open. It's as good as it gets.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the exciting things. We're going to get to watch in that second run a first-year FIS athlete. So he has no profile. He started way back in 104th position, Chad, and worked his way up into 24th position. Kellen Kinsella from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail was absolutely on fire in that first run. So when you see those guys get a good early start position against some of the world's best that we have towards the end, and they get to start early, it could be real exciting. Yesterday we had Noah Riemenschneider, a Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete in that same boat with Jet Seymour. Started early, put down the second fastest second run. Only Jet beat him. So we'll see if Kellen can do something like that again today, and that'll really improve his ranking and world profile.
No, that's one heck of a move to go from 101 into that position for any athlete. It's what you dream about, especially that clean course. He's never run a course that clean, I bet, so far in his career. So running 6th to kick this off for the second run is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and then see how that compares against a guy like Nolan Casper, who I bet Kellen's grown up idolizing, was racing in the World Cup, and was at his peak form back when Kellen was just learning the ropes. So that should be a lot of fun. We're continuing to race here with the ladies as well. These girls right now on course. We've got Elena Zip from Romark Academy in Salt Lake City, Utah. She went out up high, but we're into the mid-40s with these girls right now. Lucy Neal, her Romark teammate, getting ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and sign off. We'll be back at 6:45 Mountain Time for the start of the men's second run. Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, you guys sounded good. I went into the other office and listened.
You know what?
They're coming after you. PJ Wharton's. He's got cards. Yeah, no, he's got a printout for you. So I'll make sure he gets it.
I got it. That's what we always did when we were on TV. They just threw cards right in our face, just like, no, it's time to get this in. There you go. Here's your other cue card. Get that in.
Yeah, man.
All right, so it is 6:45. So then what we'll probably do is if it's starting at 6:45, we'll get you guys started, 5 minutes beforehand. We can talk about the race, get sponsors in, get sponsor reads in.
Kind of tee it up. Yeah, exactly.
So even 6:35 give you. If you can do official results from the last race, sponsor mentions. If you guys know any of these racers that are, and you'll know by the start order who are the ones to look for. Yeah, we'll cue that back up. That'll be good.
That's your word. I called it, so you don't get to give me one. Cucumber. You got to get it in the call somewhere, somehow, sometime. That's your challenge.
Smooth as a cucumber, baby.
Cool as a cucumber. Cool as a cucumber, right?
Yep.
She wants some light?
No, you can. Well, yeah, you can leave it on. I will. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Merry Christmas. Deanna.
No, no, because I need my printer.
Okay.
What I have to do after, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I should be out here soon. I just a couple things here. So.
night race, maybe you've done somewhere else, the night race third, or the U19 night race winner.
Wait, the prize? You went through one? There's no night race third?
No, there's one, but no,
Are you awarding it right now? I was like, am I messing you up? U19 winner? No?
tomorrow, but I don't have a second night race.
former Holiday Classic champions Chris Puckett and David Lamb with Edward Jones, Freddie Emick of Emick Volkswagen, Gwen Rogers with Integrated Water Systems, Matt and Sydney Rachita, Peter Daly, Resort Ventures West, and Wendy Puckett and staff at Steamboat Pilates and Yoga. Unbelievable second run of women's slalom here, the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic. We've got our men's coming in about 20 minutes. This is Peter Lemongello signing off, giving you a break from this loud noise.
Loosen your handle so it can go up and down.
Thank you.
Nice and easy.
I had to put like all my weight on it.
Just turn this counterclockwise to loosen.
Awesome.
And clockwise to tighten.
Thank you so much.
And then, if you can for me, remember once
To press record.
when the forerunners are going.
All right, I will remember. Sorry,
you. It's
I
okay.
totally spaced it
No,
last.
it's okay. It's okay. All good.
You started like 76. Was that a shirt that I didn't have? That she was wearing in the bathroom? I think it was. Yeah, I was looking at it in the mirror and I was like, I looked at the front.
I didn't even recognize her. In my phone time.
I'm gonna stand inside for a minute before I have to freeze for another hour.
Tell Zoe. Just a minute. Ivan! I'm cosplay! Ivan! Hey! Good, how are you?
Good, you look good on your second run.
Oh,
That's
this
all I
is so
saw.
Ivan.
What happened down below?
I just like had this really big bobble and yeah.
Little sections. Take it to the I'm going to try to get
They have some spikes.
Do I have your attention, please? The report by the referee has been posted. Bid number 43, Caitlin Townsend from Sutton Snowbird. Your name appears on the report by the referee as having been disqualified. Bid 43, Townsend. Your name is on the report by the referee as having been disqualified. 6:45. Protest period will expire.
Dude, there's chairs up here. I know, but you can't sit down. Because you have to look. You have to zoom. All of the chairs. Look. You gotta like zoom up here, and then you gotta go in like slowly, and film them to like here, and then release, and then follow them to the finish in the farthest out because you can't see them if you don't go all the way out.
I don't have a phone. Y'all have to send me this picture.
You just flash and
You know how happy this will make your parents?
Okay.
This is a parent photo.
all about the parents.
It is all about the parents. All right, Skylar, let me see you in action.
What?
Let me see you in action.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't smiling for that picture.
Oh.
Yeah, babe.
Your jacket's going to be reflecting. Here, we'll see you in action picture. You have to send this to your mom.
Chad and I are friends now.
They're working hard for you.
Chad and I are friends now. He has this jacket.
Chad.
What's your
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, this is cute. He came up and he was all, I like your jacket. I was like,
Yeah, see you on Saturday.
yeah. He was like, is it your mom's or your dad's? I was like, my mom's, but I also have my dad's.
That's awesome.
He was like, I don't wear mine in like any of my stuff anymore, but I give it to my family. And I'm like, yeah, that's what my dad does. He wears some of it though.
Yeah.
Same with my mom.
That's cool.
Like those nice sweaters.
Yeah, those are nice.
Wait, do they still have their like Olympic uniforms? Yeah. What do they look like? Well, kind of. My dad doesn't have his suits anymore. Like my parents gave a lot of their stuff to him.
Yeah.
Like they, I don't know, Goodwill. Like they,
That'd be a score.
something. They literally just gave it away.
Yeah.
Cause like they had no use for it, but they kept the important stuff, which is like just like
Oh yeah, the
globe.
trophy room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And when we like moved here, we had a ton of stuff in like boxes. They all said fragile, and a lot of stuff broke. Like the moving company, like we were
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
So I'm going to go home and watch this on YouTube then.
Are you
What
taking?
do I log on to?
Ask them. I don't know. Are you taking Izzy or no?
She said she was going to come home with you.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
I asked her.
My dad said that I can take both of them.
Here.
I asked
Okay.
her.
Well, she said Annalise is going to drive.
I can if
I'm-
we need
I'm
to,
cool with
but
that,
I
too.
honestly trust Skylar more with snow because I've had.
Oh, yeah, because it is snowy.
No, she takes it so well.
Yeah.
Fighting and stuff, so I trust her.
She's breaking all kinds of rules today. Cam was over when I wasn't home. 2 in a car tonight.
Oh, I thought Izzy said that.
No, she asked me.
Okay. I was like, I did not know he was not allowed to come over. Alright. We're live, peeps.
Yeah? We're live.
You're so damn cute.
They said to
Skylar.
like pan around, so that's exactly what I'm doing.
I love you, Skylar.
Thanks. I love me too. Alright.
God, you're so good at this. You're just like,
I'm done panning now. I'm not panning until they start.
All right, so I'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Be safe.
Ask them what to look up on YouTube. I think it's like whatever this memorial is, FIS race, something like that.
All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. You know, I have dinner waiting on you when you get home.
Okay.
Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
please get our volunteers, gatekeepers, other
I'm
volunteers
here.
into positions, please, at this time. We're moments away from starting the second run here of the men's slalom here at the FIS Holiday Classic.
Hi.
How'd it go out here first?
Right.
You look good. You look really good.
Thanks.
And ladies and gentlemen, if I could please get your attention.
It definitely is.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. As you
and
know,
like this
this
thing wouldn't
marquee
go
race
up and
was
down.
renamed last year in honor of
So I had to like, put all my weight into it to kind of like throw it up.
Club.
Did you figure it out?
Alpine athlete.
Did you figure it out though?
Unfortunately and unexpectedly passed away in
Yeah,
2016 at the age of 22. It is my honor and privilege to introduce two members of Murphy's family, Dylan and Cass Roberts, to say a few words to you and all the race fans out there this evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dylan Roberts. I'm here with my sister Cassidy up in the Crow's Nest. Just wanted to welcome everybody officially to the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic. It is an honor to have this race renamed after our little brother who loved this hill, loved this race, and loved the Winter Sports Club in this town so much. This race was renamed last year, the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic, and this year we are proud to be introducing a Murphy Roberts Scholarship Award, which will be given out later tonight and every year from here on out to a junior athlete that best embodies Murphy's spirit here on Howson Hill. We're incredibly honored, our family, to have the chance to honor Murphy's legacy at this race, at this time of year. For all of us former Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athletes who've raced these hills of Howson at this time for so many years, this place is really home. Place where we all played every night after school under the lights, and it really is the coolest place in the world. And so we welcome everybody here to this amazing race. And anybody who knew Murphy knows that his DNA is all over this hill. He tracked up every inch of this hill, hucked himself off those Nordic jumps over there, glided around on cross-country skis, was all over the bumps in the terrain park, and chased his friends down Mile Run. And then, of course, always loved coming here every year right before Christmas to race and hug his lanky self down this hill through the slalom gates. So before we get started here on the second run, we're going to take a moment of silence to let Murphy forerun this course. So let us all look up onto the hill. Imagine that Murph would be sending it down here, doing one of his favorite things in the world, ski racing on Howson Hill. So everybody enjoy the night, enjoy this time of year with your friends and your family. Cherish this time you get to spend at Howson Hill, and thank you all so much for being here. Go send it.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Cass. Thank you, Stu and Lulu. I know Hank wishes he could be here, but I know he's in Europe doing what he does best. And thank you, everyone, once again. We are ready for our next forerunner. Thank you very much for recognizing a really fantastic young man. I love what Dylan said. He's part of every ounce of this ski hill here. And we miss you, Murphy. Well, I will tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for the second
round of the men's Holiday Classic.
And Squeegee, I got to tell you,
What a race we got going.
whoa, look at this field right now. And I don't know if you could tell, like, but those women in the first race here that just finished,
Casper Nolan seems to be the choice according to Cassidy Robertson. Yeah, but
oh, is that?
it's easy to pick the first.
Oh, yeah, he's on the
fastest car in the
USD
first
team.
round.
He's on the USD team.
My money's still on Airplane Seymour.
Yep. Airplane Seymour's there.
Jonas Nyberg in there. Santinello's in there. Me Joe Young is in there.
And they are going for a lot of cash.
Vigard Busendahl is in there. So
They got $1,250 for the winner. $500 for second. 250 for third and 250 for the top 19. And you're right, that could be airplane jet Steamboat.
That could be. That could be. He could make it into any one of those. He came from a bit back yesterday after the first run to win the whole shooting match.
Yep.
It was tougher today, but I think he's got it in him to be our certainly one that we would house put money on to win this thing.
We've got our second forerunner coming down after Murph.
That'll be all right. Number FA 5.
Fa la 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 la. That's what it is.
'Tis the season.
To be jolly. Our first forerunner coming in. That looks like maybe Pocket, I think.
And formerly known as Prince Judd. Dashy Prince Judd. That's Shell Prince Judd is our number one racer coming out of the start. This sport move number 51. So, moved up what?
Dude, how was that? Give us a thumbs up if that was good. Oh, absolutely. Third forerunner on course right now. I wonder if Santa's coming down again.
I don't know.
Santa
is what I have to say. Enough of this slacking. Get Sandy back in his workshop.
You got to get back there, Sandy.
Pretty darn important things he's got to make for me.
Yep.
I'm not sure how he makes those lumps of coal.
Is that what you get every year?
Well, that's what I need every year. I reserve every year.
Keep you warm.
Right.
It'll keep you warm. And I'll tell you, we are more excited than 6 geese a laying for our second run here of men's slalom. It looks like an elf going through the finish there.
Elf?
Elf. I think it's elf belt. Look at that. Second runner. Third forerunner. Thumbs up. Is that Mayrot? Oh yeah, he's liking it right there.
Right into our first race.
Oh! Who is this? The big?
This is Sandy.
No way!
Nothing's going to be open by the time.
Clear the back end of the finish line, please. Santa's going to have to get immediately back up to the North Pole and finish his work. So if Santa makes it down and across the finish line, says, man, oh man, what a tourney course is like skiing slalom.
And I am glad he made it because there's nothing worse than saying, down, go, Santa.
I did make it.
Oh,
so
man.
Prince Judd up top, ski club male athlete, our number one guy coming out of the start. He was 30th after the first run, and as I said before, and of course, each successive racer is going to be just a bit faster for the first run as the one in front of him. So till we get to number 30, it could be anybody's race.
And here he goes, dashing Prince Judd, and I'm told there's more pressure up there than a priest with gas. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway on the upper steep, dark, scary section. Dashiell Prince Judd from the United States of America, representing Ski Club Vale. He was 30th on the first run. This is bib number 51, and at the intermediate time, a new race leader. Warm up the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. Prince Judd, bib number 51 from Ski Club Vale. And he crosses with the fastest second run time, 40.17. A combined time of 128.26, currently in first position.
So now we have a target. It is Brendan Key, number 30, hunting that target down, looking for that bullseye. He's skiing for Ski Club Vale as well. He's 29th in the first run. Here he comes making that big round turn and onto the steeps, keeping it together. Got that big diagonal flush. We had that last ride as well. Tricky set to try to make your way across. And here comes Brendan Key, bib number 30, and he is having a great run. He's there 29th. Can he move up from there? I bet he can move up to at least second. 42.18, 42.18 the second run time. Combined time 129.21, 129.21.
Bib 43, Ty Juno from New Zealand, just coming into view. He's on the upper steep, dark, scary section, and he can hear you, ladies and gentlemen, so let's make some noise. Ty Juno, bib number 43. He was 28th after the first run.
I'm supposed to, but I don't.
Senior racer out of New Zealand. Again, the time to beat right now, Dashiell Prince Judd, 128.26. But look at this, Juno.
He is tying one on this right slalom course. Look at this. That's Arkansas turn. Straight.
Crossing with third fastest time, 42.20 combined time of 129.22. 129.22. Not going to be enough. It is still French Judd in the driver's seat here.
And it's Graham Black, number 33, next to come our way. He's skiing for the Colorado Mountain College CB Ski up there. And what a ski racer he is. Number 33, he was 27th after the first round. And he is coming down that steep part, and he is handling it. It's a lot of training here on Hallison Hill. That certainly doesn't hurt anything. But the pressure of these races can be enormous, especially this kind of cat that rides on the line. Graham Black, number 33, across the finish line with a 42.22. 42.22 combined time, 128.98, 128.98. He moves into second spot.
We have a special racer coming at us right now, starting all the way back in 104th position. Kellen Kinsella, first year FIS racer. He moved all the way up to 26. Look at this skiing, ladies and gentlemen. First year U19 racer from Ski Club Vail in the United States of America, and we could have a new race leader here. This is fast, ladies and gentlemen. All eyes to the finish. Kinsella, yes, fastest second run. Big number 104, a 40.32, 40.32, and the new time to beat. Listen to this, 127.05, 127.05, our new race leader.
New Mexico,
you know what Hagrid from Harry Potter looks like?
29.
That's about
47 is his intermediate time. That's our second fastest intermediate time. Let's see what Nick has to offer as he makes his way down to the bottom. Grew up racing on this hill, and now it's really showing as he makes his way down. And across that finish line, his number 29 at the time, 40.55, 40.55 to Nick Beth. His number 29 combined time, second fastest, 127.18, 127.18. So Kinsella, unbelievable, coming back from 104 to finish in the top 30 of the first run, and now he's on track to lead this race.
Van Buren from Great Britain and Aspen. Look at this skiing right now. He was 24th after the first run, third fastest at the interval time with a 22.75. Again, the time to beat right now, Kinsella's 127.05. But this looks fast. Coming at the finish, Van Buren. Van fast from Great Britain. Crossing, not enough. 41.15. 41.15 to 32. A combined time of 127.74. 127.74 currently in third position.
And now it's Macaluso. This is Matt Macaluso, big number 27, skiing for Ski Club Vail. And he is going straight from this hill. We see him here every year as he's making his way down and across, making nice clean turns, just a bit faster than Van Buren was in the first run. Macaluso 23rd after run number 1. Let's see what he's got in mind to come across this finish line. Finishing up, number 27, Macaluso, second fastest second run time, 40.36, 40.36, 126.9. This is combined time, 126.9. That puts him in the circle.
Unbelievable. Jack Bowers did 64. You can see him on the upper steep, dark, scary section. Right now, Macaluso, the bus driver so far taking the field to school, but all eyes on Jack Bowers and Isaiah Nelson from Buck Hill about to push out of start. Bowers was 22nd, starting all the way back in the 64th position. And this is some fantastic skiing, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the time to beat 126.90, going to be closer to the not enough. Bid 64, Bowers with a 42.83, 42.83. My time of 129.30, unofficially in ninth position.
And from the Slalom Factory in Buck Hill, just outside of Minneapolis, St. Paul, Isaiah Nelson on course right now, bib number 68. He was 21st after that first run. And man, oh man, those kids from Buck Hill can ski some slalom. Let me tell you what, that is so evident right now. Look at the height he maintains, that steep, scary part, the speed, unbelievable. Here comes Isaiah Nelson, number 68, down just a few gates away from the bottom. He flushed his way right through the last gates. Nelson in the 68, second run time, 41.69, 41.69. Combined time 128.15, 128.15. That's good enough for this spot. There, come on.
Isaac Klein from Sweden representing University of New Mexico. Bib number 1. He is on course right now. Oh, and he is off the course. Shape. And he's
finish. Is that what you're trying to say?
He has got to be more frustrated than Donald Trump's hairstylist on a bedhead day. I'm telling you, not good.
Not good at all.
Isaac Klein
now on course. Alex is Steamboat Springs native.
Yeah.
Skiing for Great Britain and now racing for the University of New Mexico Lobos. Here comes number 24, Alex Bruno.
Looking good right now.
He's having it. This kid knows this hill. Knows how to make his way down the hill. So let's get Alex Bruno. Keep your eyes uphill. Here comes Bruno through that hairpin down just a few more turns. He'll line it up into that flush before the finish line. And will Bruno move himself into the top spot? We will see in just a second. Second run time for Bruno. 41.46, 41.46 combined time. 127.62. That's good enough for 4th place.
And Jacob Chilling-Dillon, you can see him up in the steep, dark, scary section. While I have your attention, we do have a First Bank debit card that's just been turned in, found in the parking lot. Paul Cuthbertson. Paul Cuthbertson. Your First Bank debit card will be in race headquarters.
I don't like being Someone did pick up the debit card.
Chilling-Dillon, a dog in a glitter right now. A real Chilling-Dillon out of a ski race. Bib number 21 from Ski Club Bell. Is it going to be enough to move in the first place? No, very close. Bib 21, 40.83, 40.83, a combined time of 126.97. Currently in second position.
Second spot. There's Andrew Miller right now skiing out of the west. Bib number 26, he is 17th after the first run. As we inch our way down towards the top 5 in this race. And man, oh man, we got a great show at the top end of this race. We've got Nolan Casper leading the pack so far. Is he going to make it? This is Andrew Miller. Enough of this Nolan Casper stuff. Let's see how Miller does as he gets across that line. Number 26 for 41.
I found the ideal zoom spot.
Combined time.
You don't even have to zoom it any more than it already is. You just move it with it.
4th place so far.
Bib 13, Georges Grimsrud. You can see him on the upper steep, dark, scary section from Norway. Representing St. Michael's College in Burlington, Vermont. Grimsrud, 10th fastest at the intermediate. He's going to have to let it go right now.
It actually might be able to, since it is recording.
126.9, but all eyes on the finish is Grimsrud. Pushes, pulls, skates, fights across the finish. 41.87, not going to be enough. Bib number 8.
More monotone with that. Like, literally just cry.
187 combined time of 127.97 for Bib 13.
And this is Richard Giles coming at us right now, number 23 for Ski Club Dale. But how about that Kinsella? Coming from the back of the pack. They're sitting in 3rd place right now. That is unbelievable. What great ski racing. Especially when we see him coming out of the back of the 990.
Okay, yeah.
So well.
I've actually always been interested in videography.
Really? He is right through that line.
I used to,
across the finish line.
When I was younger, I used to just make videos.
Combined time, like 127.84, 127.84. Richard Giles.
Nicholas videos. Bib number 5
of me doing stupid stuff. Like, I make videos starring my sister.
You can see him just about into the saddle area.
Putting clips together, and that's why I keep telling Izzy that I can help her with her edit. She won't listen to me.
Look at that turn just coming off of Coach's nose.
See, I
love the offsets.
Unbelievable.
Love the offsets.
She doesn't know that I used to make videos. Like, that's all I used to do.
He's not hooked up on anything. That guy is flying.
I think it's a lot about,
I believe is it going to be enough? The time to beat 126.90, and it is a new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. Bib 5, Nitla. 40.90 combined time, and our new race leader 126. 12.47. 12647.
I'm gonna like
work our way towards
tonight
the
though. I'm
top
gonna be like,
10.
hey man.
This is number 13 in the first round, Linus Wall.
That's not cool. You
Coming
literally
out
like
Austrian
done
ski racer racing for the University of Utah, fighting Utes right now, coming down the hill.
Totally.
And here he comes into the dip just above Coach's Knoll and on the bottom pitch. Let's see what Linus Wall can do.
I'm gonna play her that. I'm gonna play that song while I just like
he skied for the
talk about
University of Utah out there in Salt Lake. Yeah, man, oh man, this is not his first slalom.
coming to a ski.
Tell that. Look at him putting those moves on down through that last flush, moving it on across the finish line. Number 7, second run time.
Whoa, that was cool.
52.63, 52.63 combined time. 137.93, 137.93. No problem on the top part of the course.
Evidently. Michael Wall from Norway and Westminster has just left the start house. Tyler Thies from the United States of America representing University of New Mexico will be in the start house. But all eyes on the upper steep, dark, scary section up here.
No, don't.
How's everybody out there is putting it together for these kids coming down? These guys are just putting it all out.
Like,
Let's get your hands going. Let's get your voices shouting. Let's get these guys down and across the finish line. It's time to warm them up because we're just about to our top 10.
I don't know what it's about.
Michael Wall, big number 11 again. The time to beat 126.47. It's going to be awfully close. Looking, is it enough? It is not. Big number 11, 42.76. 42.76, a combined time of 127.90. 127.90.
And from the University of New Mexico, another Lobo, Tyler Thies on course right now. Bib number 16, he was 11th after the first run. He is looking to move up that ladder towards that number 1 spot. Certainly get himself into that money round, top 3. So Tyler Thies right now, number 16, really putting it down the hill. Grew up here racing in Rocky Mountain Division a lot, and he is across the finish line. 40.48, second run time, combined time, 125.48, 125.48, and that moves Tyler Thies, number 16, into the leader spot. Now we're into the top 10.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow, I got to tell you. Tanner Farrow coming at us right now, representing University of Denver Pioneers. He was 10th, coming at us, number 3. Intermediate time, having some difficulty, 24.06, 18th position, but he's got to step it up right now. He wants to move up. Time to beat 125.48. Is it enough? It is not enough. Farrow, bib number 3, of 40.72.
That was kind of epic, though.
Combined time of 125.57, currently in second position.
Now we're looking at Taribo Devin. Taribo Thies from 64, number 25. He was 9th after the first run.
I've seen so many people
And he is on course right now. Making his way just past Coach's Knoll. Intermediate time, 5th fastest, 22.44 is intermediate time. Let's see what Taribo, Taribo they call him, coming down through the slalom course.
I know, I saw.
Knocking things out of his way, and this guy is really carrying and generating speed with every turn that he makes. Number 25, second run time, 40.32 combined time. 125.05, 125.05.
Like I was on the phone
and guess
with
what
my dad,
there, Peter Lemoncello?
Is there a new race leader?
We have a new race leader.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you need me to do, if you need
Tommy Anderson, bib number 8 from the Steamboat Sports Club, coming at us right now. He was in 7th position.
I bet she'll totally bring
coming into this, and he's got the fastest intermediate time right now. This is Anderson from the United States of America, the Steamboat Sports Club. Setting up for the final.
Be like, well, you did this, and I'm mad at you.
And he's moving down like a regular a politician's small hands, and he finishes with the fastest second run. 40.13. Then number 8, a combined time of the race leader, 124.68. Clear the smoke.
Clear the smoke. We got some ski racing going on here. Now it's Jack Keene from Ski Club Vale. Bib number 9, has he got enough to beat Tommy Anderson? I don't know the answer to that. 11th fastest intermediate time, 22.73. He's going to have to put the hammer down if he's going to try to beat Anderson.
We got Europe going on here around the knoll. We got Claire.
Jetpack going right now. Jack Keene, Jet Seymour just taking off the top.
Yeah.
Keene right now. 41, 43.9, 41.39 for his second run, 125, 94, 124, 94. Puts him in a good spot. Let's look at Jet Airplane Seymour.
Jet Airplane Seymour. Is there going to be a new lead change? Ladies and gentlemen, the time to beat 124.68, 124.68.
Shoot, I zoomed out of the sweet
Jet
spot.
came to the back of the pack just a bit to win the whole shoot match. I bet he can do it again.
I bet he
Emmy's
can represent the
boyfriend,
University of
older
Denver
brother.
and the U.S. ski team. This is Jet Seymour coming at us. Come on, let's warm up the victory. Steamboat springs on Jet. The time to beat 124.68. Is it enough? Seymour crosses not enough. Not enough. 40.30. 40.30 combined.
I find it like kind of mean.
81.
I know.
Currently in second position. Oh my goodness.
And now it's Jonas
I'd be like,
Snyder,
"Aw,
number 2.
thanks."
He was 5th after the first run. As we move into the top 5 for the first round today, he's skiing for Aspen Valley Ski Club. He is from Sweden. And man, he knows how to put it down the hill. Let's see if Nyberg can put something together as he makes it down. Of course, he's shooting for Tommy Anderson, our current leader in the deal. Jet Seymour sits in second, Toribio
Really?
in third, but right now it's Nyberg, number 2, coming down the hill, all the way from Aspen, Colorado. And Kidwell pulls out of his way across the finish line. 17 past the second run, 41.85, 41.85 combined time.
Can you film for a second?
126,
You don't have to zoom, you
126,
just have to move.
7th fastest down from DU.
How do you
Steamboat
zoom?
springs on Nick Santinello from the University of Denver coming at us right now. We have Anderson, Seymour, and Toribio looking up the hill because they're sitting in the cash positions right now with 4 racers to go, including Santinello. The time, 124.68. There is $1,250 at stake. Santinello could sure use that in college. Let's hear it. Steamboat springs on Santinello. Is it going to be enough? We have a new race leader. Not enough. No. 40.97.
God damn, this is hard.
For big number 2,
I know.
40.97. The combined time of
So I'm glad we're not
125.26,
zooming.
125.26 in 4th position. And talk about your rotten luck. Out of the money.
Out of the money, and now we're looking at Colorado Buffalo. This is me, Joe Young. Bib number 4, he was 3rd as we work our way into the top 3 now. So this is me, Joe Young, bib number 4. He's a Canadian ski racer skiing for the University of Colorado, fighting buffaloes. Here comes Joe Young. Let's see if Richie Rokos has given him proper instruction as he wakes his way down to the bottom into that final flush across the finish line. Go for all that cash. Big number 4. 15th fastest, 41.20 on the second run, 41.20 combined time, 125.13.
Out of the cash. He's got to be madder than a mosquito in a mannequin factory. But all eyes on Buzendahl. He was second after the first run. Vegard Buzendahl at 9th at the intermediate on this run from Norway, the Norwegian Nightmare, representing University of New Mexico. The time to beat 124.68. Here he comes, heading into the flush. He's through the flush like a grease through a drain pipe, crossing with the time, and we have a new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. Buzendahl, bid number 10 at 40.43, living into first position with a 124.30.
And now, guess what? Our leader for the first round, this is Nolan Casper, bib number 14, skiing with the U.S. ski team. And if you think he didn't show up here to get a little money, you got another thing coming. This is Nolan Casper, a wily veteran of the U.S. ski team, and man, oh man, he knows what it takes to get to the bottom of the hill faster than anybody else. He proved it in the first round. Is he going to prove it again in the second round? Looks to me like Casper is going to pull it off. The speed he's carrying seems to be superior. 8 past the second run time of 40.51, 4.51 for Casper on the second run. Combined time 124.28, 124.28. And guess what we got here?
We got some money.
We got some money coming to no
Show
one
me the
can.
money.
But you know, Casper's sitting in the number 1 seat right now. Do not leave your seats out there, ladies and gentlemen, because this race ain't over till it's over. It's not over till Peter Lemongello sings.
That's right, in my Husky holiday pants.
I know.
Not going to let it go.
I can do it. Are you sure?
Valley Ski Club. Don't miss it. Edelman out of the start and on to the course. He's up on the upper road right now, making his way down towards that first pitch. Big left footer as you get onto the bottom part of the pitch. 31st after the first row, Dexter Edelman from Aspen Valley Ski Club.
Right now, Casper, Buzendahl, and Anderson in the money, as well as unofficially Toribio as the youngster U19.
200
And
second.
going off the course.
Edelman will not finish.
Man.
That makes a clear course for Nicholas Fontaine now, the number 38 from Romark.
Oh, he's got to be
200ths of a second separating number 1 and number 2. Unbelievable. Can't help but think that he could have just gone a little bit faster.
Edelman's got to be madder than a three-legged dog trying to bury bone on a frozen lake, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
That is a bummer.
Nicholas Fontaine's on course right now. Romark racing, followed by Will McConnell. Racing Will McConnell from the famous McConnell racing family. And right now it's Fontaine just hit the bottom of the course. And Fontaine has made nice clean passage all the way to the bottom. Fontaine, number 38 in the second run time.
It's crazy how everyone leaves after the
combined time. 130.55,
Yeah.
130.55. McConnell now, 23.67. Intermediate time for number 35.
Cam go behind you.
Bill the Thrill
Following him.
from the Steamboat
Racers right now.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yes, looking good right now. Sven Koyman. Will McConnell looking for his finish. Hoping to move up with number 35, crossing with a 42.69. 42.69 combined time of 1.
These guys are sending it. It's crazy.
0.15. And Will McConnell. Ben Koyman, look at this, Ouija.
Unbelievable. Patrick Gottlieb now just leaving the top. He's a Vail racer. Wyman, Steamboat Springs, very own ski racer, coming at us right now. He is near the finish. And is he going to have enough to move up the ladder? Find out in just seconds. Number 34, Wyman with the second run time, 42.24, 42.24. It's combined time, 129.71, 129.71. That there is good for the 29th night spot.
Patrick Conley here on the lower ski dark scary section. Gus LeBlanc up top should be just coming into view. There he is. But skiing just like a Lord of Leaping. This is Patrick Otley, bib 37, crossing with a 41.74, 41.74, 21st fastest second run, a combined time of 129.40.
And LeBlanc is out. Couldn't make it to coach's goal. So bib number 44 will not finish. That big Blake Bethune. Bib number 49, another Ski Club male racer coming at us next. He's on that top pitch right now, working his way down towards coach's goal. Right there is where his teammate LeBlanc went out. He passes that point and into the final pitch. You can all see him now. Oh, lean again. Hands out. Down he goes. Blake Bethune will not finish. That was Harrison Goss. And hopefully our next winner, Colorado Mountain College. He knows his hill.
Down. Oh, Harrison Goss from CB Ski, bib number 62. Liam Michael, bib 42, from Romark Academy out of Australia, in the start house. But we are watching Goss. Oh my gosh, look at this slalom racing here. Looking good, looking fast. This is Goss, bib number 62. Liam Michaels left to start, but Goss, bib 62, hoping to move up. A great second run time. 43.08, 43.08, bib 62, a combined time of 131.04, 131.04.